Hi, welcome. My name is Angelina and you are watching my K-pop review for the month of July. Can you believe we're already in August? I sure can because time is too slow. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the comebacks and debuts for the month of July. We have a much longer list this month, so if you're interested, please keep on watching. You can also skip through this video using the time bar to wherever you'd like to go. I won't judge you even though you're fucking with my watch time. I'm feeling generous. Obviously, I'm kidding, but we are going to start off with the tier explanation. So if you've seen it 1,000 times before, you can skip, but we have changed a couple of the tiers. I don't think it's going to be too hard to follow along. So cue that from a different video because I'm too lazy to film it again. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also subscribe and all that jazz. Okay, let's talk about the new tier system. There's really only just a couple of changes. So of course, at the top of this tier ranking, we have Big Booty Bop. These are songs that I just obsessively listen to. The first time I hear them, there's just something about them and I just continuously play them over and over again. Then below that, of course, we have Cup of Milk. These are for songs that, you know, they're good, right? They're good. They're still on our playlist. We're still listening to them, but just maybe not as obsessively. They have a shorter shelf life, which is then followed by Second Gen Vibes. These are songs that they're nice too. They might not be on our playlist actually, but we appreciate them from far. Followed by Grower Not a Shower. So this tier used to be a lot lower. People said it should be higher. You know, I thought that makes sense. And because I actually took away my neutral tier, let's put it higher. Grower are for songs that, you know, at first we might not have liked. Maybe in some instances we actually fucking hated these songs. But through peer pressure or whatever the case may be, we ended up liking them a lot more. And hey, you know, some of these songs end up on our playlist anyways. So it's here. Which is followed by the newest tier, the Forgettable tier. These are songs, it's almost like the neutral tier. Do we love or hate these songs? No, because we actually don't remember what these sound like, so how could we make an opinion? But I want to emphasize that they're not like terrible songs, right? Because we have tiers for the terrible songs, but these songs are just like we don't remember them, right? They're literally forgettable. Like, what does it sound like? I don't remember. That's how insignificant it was for me anyways. So let me know if you like the addition of this tier, which is then followed by everyone's favorite tier, YG's Dungeon, which are just songs I would shove right back into the dungeon to simmer a little bit more. They need a little work. I would change things about these songs. And then, of course, our last tier, Not My Cup of Tea. There's simply songs that I don't like, I wouldn't listen to. Simple as that. So with those tiers out of the way, let's finally get into the video. Let's start off with J-Hope. A lot of people were asking me to do a review on this. So here we have More and Arson, More being the pre-release to Arson from his album Jack in the Box. And we'll start off with More, which is described as an old school hip hop song that depicts everything that happens within the box, including the passion and ambition burning within, as well as the flame of greed. The song also captures J-Hope's aspirations to show the various types of him to the world. I think that's a very accurate description, especially since I believe his last solo song was Chicken Noodle Soup. Very colorful, very different from this darker image that he's gone with this time, with lyrics that express how important what he does is to him. My work makes me breathe, so I want more. Which is followed by his song Arson, which is the title track, I'm assuming. Simply described as a powerful hip-hop song that captures J-Hope's story of being put at a crossroads while facing the world. So between the two, I did prefer Arson a little bit more than More. I'll see myself out. I enjoyed the minimalism within it, and it was a little bit brighter, though if we look at both songs, are not that bright to begin with. And I do want to say I did appreciate the artistry. However, sound-wise, it's just really not my cup of tea. It's not something that I would personally seek out. For my personal taste, it's not really a fit. So unfortunately, I will be putting this into Not My Cup of Tea. I'm so scared right now, I'm shaking. I think, you know, very respectfully, Not My Cup of Tea. Sneakers. God damn it. I feel like I've talked about sneakers so much already, but let's briefly go over Itzy's comeback with Sneakers from their album Checkmate. Now, I did a video before this came out. I did a video reviewing this song, the whole shebang, so you can check those out if you would like to. But as a description, this is a song that talks about following one's heart instead of paying attention to what others say. Now, a lot of people give Itzy shit for this concept. The love yourself concept, I'm not like other girls concept. But after writing the script for this video, this is a huge trend. Everyone and their mothers are making songs about being yourself, but not being like everyone else, but also loving yourself, but also not following the path intended. And I'm noticing, even thinking back to other months' reviews, that this was a thing. This is a huge thing. So I don't know why. Like, I understand why people only associate it with Itzy because, like, that's every single one of their songs. But honestly speaking, a lot of songs are about that very thing. Maybe I should make a video about this, the whole pick me trend in K-pop. But I digress. I'm making a whole new tier for this song. It's not enough that it's not my cup of tea. But it needs to go into K-pop hell. Iconically, we need to bring back K-pop hell this month. So that's exactly where we're going to put it, respectfully. Now, some people did say it sounded a little bit like Lovesick Girls, because in my review I said this part sounds super familiar and a lot of people are giving me options. I still haven't found the perfect fit of what it makes me think of, but a lot of people did mention Lovesick Girls. I did love the pre-chorus. It was beautiful. It was the one thing about the song that I really enjoyed. And in all technicality, this could fit into YG's Dungeon because I do love one element. And I would change the rest. But I'm not a magician. I don't know what I could do. There's only so much YG could even do with it. I'm sorry. But iconically, it goes into K-pop hell. On to Twice's Japanese single, Celebrate. The song was off to a rough start. It's not that I don't honestly often anticipate Japanese releases. Really just for Ateez and in second gen, Girls' Generation and Big Bang. Immaculate Japanese discography. But anyways, the lyrics, to be honest, were a little bit cringy to me. Just the whole concept, the idea felt a little bit too specific. Something I'm not super interested in. Like, yeah, I'm so happy for them, but also so I was expecting to not love this song just based on my preconceived notions. I was just initially put off by that, but I did end up really loving the vibe of it all. It brought forth enough magic with this sense of anticipation that I did end up streaming the song. Parenthesis, however, I did end up disliking it after a while. So I listened to it for quite a few days actually. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, no, this gives me the ick. I don't even know what happened. To be honest, I don't even remember what it sounded like. So I did consider putting it into the forgettable tier, but honestly, every time I listen to it, it makes me feel happy. So I think we're just gonna stick with Cup of Milk. Now let's talk about aespa and their comeback with Girls from their album of the same name, which I also did a review on if you would like to go check it out after this one. But anyways. This is described as a dance track with a powerful wobble bass and rough synth sounds. Rough is it was a little rough. The lyrics express aespa and aespa's continuation of their journey together with VIVIZ. One criticism that I hear a lot for aespa is actually like their storyline being too intertwined within the lyrics of their music, which I guess is the whole theme, but I think some people are just tired of hearing about Chungha and VIVIZ and all that jazz. Personally, I did have really high hopes for this comeback, and it's not that the lyrics put me off too much. At the end of the day, I don't care too much because if the song is amazing, I'll sing along to it, whatever. But this time around, the sound was just a little bit, I think it would take some time to warm up to. A little bit like Next Level, but I don't think it's going to have that same impact for me where, you know, I'm gonna necessarily give in and start listening to it. But I was so confident this would be big booty bop. I heard the teaser, I was in love, but unfortunately it didn't really live up to it. I just felt the teaser didn't really represent well what the song would actually end up sounding like. The lyrics were odd and praising VIVIZ, which, you know, in and of itself is not too much of an issue. It just ends up being hyper specific to a situation that the vast majority of people can't relate to. And not that we need to relate to everything, which again, let me know in the comments down below if that's a deal breaker for you. Not for me. If the song sounds good, I don't care. If we could praise Mavis all we fucking want. But for me, I think we should put this in the forgettable tier once again. I think it was really hyped up, and I did wait to see if maybe it could grow on me, but I really wasn't drawn to this song. In fact, when I think of it, I can't even think of what it sounds like. I keep thinking, give me now, give me now. I wouldn't put it past me though if it did end up on my playlist eventually. Maybe a year from now, I'll be in love with this song. It'll be the best thing I've ever heard. But for now, let's make use of our new forgettable tier. On to Chungha's Sparkling from her album Bare and Rare. It seems Chungha said that the lyrics reflect her relationship with her fans, in which they make each other shine. She also expresses her desire to spend a sparkling summer together with this latest comeback. I think the concept of it all was spectacular. I love this underwater theme. And there was even a cockatoo in the music video, but cockatoos don't belong underwater. However, the song to me is also forgettable. I don't necessarily have the most to say about it. I just, again, I can't really remember what it sounded like. I was in love with a lot of elements, but it doesn't come to my head right now. It's quite a beat with a retro sound, so if this seems like your thing, definitely go check it out. I will, however, say that through her releasing Sparkling, through her releasing Sparkling, I actually got really into her last comeback, Killing Me. So I'm definitely thankful for that because it's a beautiful song. Next up, we have Enhypen, who came out with Future Perfect, Pass the Mic, which is a title track from their mini album Manifesto Day 1. This is an example of a song that follows the I'm gonna do my own, like the pick me vibes, you know what I mean? I didn't say it, you guys did. I'm just reiterating. This is literally a Not Like the Other Boys song. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just, I keep seeing people berate Itzy for this. And I found it really interesting that the majority of the songs that I'm reviewing this month have that exact same theme. So the lyrics go, walk the line. I hate that line. I want to stand on my own feet. But I digress. I'm kind of scared of boy groups. Wink, wink. Take it with a grain of salt. This is all for fun and games, please. Overall, I was enjoying the vibes. It felt slightly apocalyptic with the vocal editing, and it was also dark and hard-hitting while maintaining its minimalism. However, I wasn't a fan of the chorus. That's kind of where it lost me within the song, so I think we're gonna put this into YG's Dungeon. Moving on to Winner's I Love You from their mini album Holiday. Described as a song that honestly expresses the feelings of love, which may seem common and obvious, but it's stronger than anything else. Pick me vibes. I'm kidding. Unless you agree. Our love is not like the other loves. The song is portrayed in Winner's uniquely bright and energetic style. I do have to give it to YG though, because every single time I come out and I say, I'm sick of retro concepts, I'm done with them, I don't really vibe with these songs anymore, YG comes and is like, actually, you're an inconsistent liar. Initially, I was apprehensive for the instrumentals because I'm gonna say it again and again, I just find the whole 70s, 80s theme so way overdone. Granted, YG probably takes so long to release anything that they're gonna inevitably be behind. But this was so cute with a very unique chorus, and I don't think I would skip it if it randomly played, so we're gonna put this into second gen vibes. Cosmic Girls came out with Last Sequence from their single album Sequence. A pop style dance track with a wild bass line, drums, and synth sounds that further enhanced the melody. Listen, the music video was stunning. These outfits, again, we have an underwater theme. It was beautiful. Blurry as hell, dreamy ass clips. 1000% there was some 70s mermaid vibes, and I was here for it. In that same breath though, I didn't love it. And don't get me wrong, in some instances it was quite magical. This is what gave me a kind of love-hate relationship with the chorus, because yes, it has those magical elements, but it felt like it was going to that magical place without ever truly getting there. That being said, the verses were beautiful, and I can totally picture this growing on me. So rather than putting it into YG's Dungeon, I'm gonna tentatively put this into Grower, because I love the concept. I really wanted to like it. I just maybe we need a little bit of warming up to it. Now we have our first debut with IRRIS, which is technically a new girl group, but it seems they're making their third debut with Wanna Know. So here's what I gathered from very limited research, but it seems that they started as a group called Good Day, which is a 10-member girl group. Then 5 of those members actually left to be part of Signature, with 4 members actually debuting in a new group called Red Square. From Red Square, we had 3 members then debuting in IRRIS. So I feel like they've got quite a story. The first thing I noticed was, of course, beautiful vocals. And though I don't love the use of trumpets, it sounded so familiar and I can't quite put my finger on it. So let's play a snippet. I'm not sure it's quite my cup of tea. It's not really something I'm drawn to, but their story makes me want to root for them. This is where the neutral tier I think would have been really good, but we're living on the edge now. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it into not my cup of tea. But if this sounds like something up your alley, definitely go check them out. I'm hoping to get like a couch in here so that I could have like more relaxed vibes. I could just like kind of sit back and be like, okay guys, next up we have VIVIZ and their comeback with Loveade. This is a funk retro pop based dance track with energetic beats. The lyrics compare a couple's love to a refreshing aid beverage. I thought it sounded quite sweet, and actually the choreography for the chorus mixed with like this cute concept was very reminiscent of Second Gen. But there is something about it that I'm just not really drawn to. I don't know if it is like the super high-pitched vocals. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to definitely put this into YG's Dungeon because there's a few things that I would change. There's some elements that I love about this, but somewhere in between I get lost and I'm not quite sure what it is. So into YG's Dungeon it goes. On to High Key and their comeback with Run from their album of the same name. Now, if we remember, High Key made their debut with Athletic Girl. That was a very interesting debut, very interesting song. But they changed the tempo this time to bring us a fun summer song that talks about savoring the moment and being your own pick-me-up. At first listen, I didn't love it, but the music video was so fun and the choreography seems so interesting. There's even the sequence where they play basketball within the choreography. The thing is, I did add it to my playlist with like the intention of listening to it and loving it. But I constantly would skip it. And at the end of the day, I don't think I loved it as much as like I wanted to. So as a nice medium, I think I'm going to put this into Second Gen vibes. Because I think if it randomly played, I wouldn't skip it. But I don't think I would seek it out on my own. But otherwise, I think it's really fun. So Second Gen vibes. Now we have Kang Daniel's comeback with Don't Tell featuring Jessi from his album The Story. So we have reviewed a song from his album The Story before, so I'm guessing this is like a B-side track with a music video. I don't know, some people was like, we're not giving you shit this time. But I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to take a look at it. So this song features a beautiful guitar, which usually that's my thing. And the song is very reminiscent of a sunset, and I think it pairs very well with that choreography. I'm gonna again put this into YG's Dungeon because the guitar, everything, the sunset vibes, amazing. But there's a couple things that I would change. Moving on to Seveteen, or rather 17 Leaders and Seveteen. So we have Cheers from 17 Leaders and underscore World from Seveteen from their repackaged album Sector 17. Cheers is an upbeat hip-hop track in which the 3 unit leaders sing about how far they've come since their humble beginnings. So from what I understood, it was written by the 3 leaders and Vernon. We have a nice use of a flute and it's quite minimalistic in terms of the instrumental. And it was quite enjoyable. I think I casually liked it a lot more than I did underscore World, unfortunately. Cheers still badass. So I'm going to put it into Second Gen vibes. If it randomly played, I don't think I would skip it. As for World, which is described as an urban R&B song with a funky rhythm and sweet melody that conveys the meaning of keeping possibilities open to interpret the world from various perspectives, as well as showcasing a new world to one's love at first sight. Holy crap! I don't know what any of that meant. Unfortunately, this was definitely not my cup of tea. It's not that bad. It's really not. It's not like Sneakers bad. Do you know what I mean? From their fourth mini album, Secret Mission, Chapter 2, we have MC Endy's Mood. This is a fun and dynamic hip-hop dance song that freely sings about the self-expression of the confident MZ generation. Somebody tell me what MZ generation is. Again, right off the bat, we had some Big Me vibes. Don't be afraid. Be yourself. I'm kidding. Jokes aside, I don't have the most to say about this song, though I do know that I didn't love it. I just felt like I had a little bit of a hard time following it per se. So we're gonna put this one into not my cup of tea as well. I cannot believe that Super Junior are still terrorizing, are still releasing music today with their 11th full-length album, The Road, Keep On Going, and a music video for the title track, Mango. Described as a funky pop genre song with a rhythmical bass and synth sound, the song uses mangoes to sweetly convey the feelings of wanting to be an oasis for someone who is lost and tired in their search for love by filling them up with the love that they want. I don't know what any of that meant. Fun fact though, mangoes are my favorite fruit. The only thing is I'm kind of allergic to them. Okay, I'm known for being the SM auntie, and I actually attribute that to Super Junior. I'm kidding. Unless you agree. No, I'm kidding. I can trace it back to 2012 when I started having these anti-SM sentiments, but that's a story for another video. But I'm always willing to put aside my feelings for a group to objectively see if I like their song or not. As was the case with Mango, but unfortunately, like I didn't like it at all. But that's the thing, like I thought it was so weird. I haven't heard Super Junior in a long time. I feel like House Party, I don't really remember what it sounded like, but it felt quite on trend with the whole roller coaster thing. And I don't remember any mixing sounding like it was bad. But for Mango, I don't know what it was. It just felt so off, like production wise. Like we have the typical SM style singing in unison, but like where was the vocal editing? Like we need that vocal edit. Where did it go? Overall, it just really wasn't for me. So we're gonna put this into not my cup of tea. K-pop hell? I'm sorry. It's gonna go into K-pop hell with Sneakers. We have another summer song with SF9's, I always do that. With SF9's Scream from their 11th mini album, The Wave OF9. This is a dance and R&B genre song that highlights SF9's refreshing and powerful vocals. With a powerful bass and addictive hook, the song expresses a desire to enjoy a cool summer getaway. Now, the sound of the song itself doesn't evoke summer for me personally. Like, if I heard it, I wouldn't think it's specifically a summer release. It's a little bit dark. You know, the chorus is a brighter than I would say their other songs that I've heard, but it just doesn't scream summer to me. I'll say myself out. There were, however, some really nice second gen vibes. I just don't know if I'm drawn to the song. That's the thing. Here's where the neutral tier would have been perfect. Not my cup of tea. But I have enough shit with SF9 fans. So if you like this song, go check it out. Go stream it. Next up, we have A Pink subunit CHOBOM with Copycat. Now this is a song about being someone's copycat, but it's not as negative as it might sound. It's more on the lines of having fun and collaborating with someone rather than, you know, having someone creepily copy everything that you do. That's what I understood from it anyways. And based off the looks of the teaser pictures, I thought this was gonna be like a fun, quirky song. Kind of along the lines of something orange caramel-esque. However, the song itself was totally different from what I was expecting. It was a lot more mellow, a lot more vibey. It was a really nice listen at the end of the day. I especially appreciated the Copycat theme. It was enjoyable. For now, I would put it into second gen vibes. I don't think I would skip it if it randomly played, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up on my playlist. Lee One had a comeback with Que Sera Sera. featuring a cute summer concept reminiscent of second gen, and I think they did a really good job at that. Now, as we should know by now, I love cute second gen concepts, and I think ILY1 did a good job at combining such a cute concept but toning it a bit with this summer concept as well. And the combination of the two really gave some mid-2000s sounds. And a bit of G-Friend actually, so let me know if you agree with that analysis. It's bubbly but still manages to maintain a majestic feeling too. My favorite part is, yeah, falling in love with you, bibbidi boppidi boo. Cup of milk for sure. I think it's a nice summer song. From their first mini album, Hello World, comes Xdinary Heroes with their first comeback, Test Me. Is it their first comeback? I think it is, but I think someone's gonna be like, actually, you're wrong about all of your life choices. Right off the bat, and I'm not gonna say it, you can imply whatever the hell you want from this, but the lyrics say, a weirdo like no other. That's me. I'm not into what others want me to do. Who is writing these JYP songs? I just have a question. Those lyrics literally could have been in sneakers. 1000%. As for the sound of it, it's another instance where I appreciate it from afar. You know, it's not bad at all. It's just not something I would personally listen to. So again, that neutral tier would have been so good. Do you guys want the neutral tier to come back, or do we love living on the edge like this? I'm gonna put it into not my cup of tea, but if it sounds like something you would like, as always, go and check it out. P1 Harmony released Doom Do Doom from their fourth mini album, Harmony Zero In. Described as an upbeat hip-hop tune that declares they'll go wherever their bodies take them. I think we can kind of predict that I loved the acoustic guitar sounds. It had a nice mellow feel to it, and there was chanting as well. It's kind of reminiscent of Lovesick Girls, but without the lovesick and without the girls. I wouldn't skip this if it randomly played, so I'm gonna put it into second gen vibes. It felt kind of inspirational, you know, this is my song, dum dum, this is my rhythm, dum dum. Moving on to a not debut, but it's kind of a debut. NewJeans, Attention, Hypebeast sub-labels adores girl group from Minhyjin. They're releasing so much right now. I only put Attention in this video. August 1st is their actual debut. There was a lot. It's so many music videos to go through. We're just sticking with Attention this time. This song touches on someone seeking out their love interest. It has quite a minimalistic instrumental and it's very reminiscent of maybe early 2000s. You know, it was nice, but it didn't blow me away. And that's the thing. At first I was like, oh, this is like, it's not the debut song I would have expected. But now that I know that it's a B-side track, it makes more sense to me, or a pre-release track, shall we say. I think it makes more sense in that context. You know, it's just a little something to introduce you to them, their vocals, their dancing, all that jazz. But it just doesn't, it's not my thing. I think not my cup of tea is probably a good place to put it. Now we have Hyolyn, who came out with No Thanks from her album Ice. This is a hip-hop dance track that mixes in R&B, and it describes the feeling of coolly pushing away lovers, but occasionally longing for love, and being cold like ice, but also being able to melt in an instant. I was so excited for this, but I decided to wait until I could film a reaction for my channel members, which I did. I also filmed StayC's Beautiful Monster and Hyuna's Nabillera, so that's all up for my members right now. But for my final thoughts on everything, she of course has a very beautiful voice and I love the confidence she portrays in this song. This is hard because initially it's not like I didn't love it at first sight, okay? But there are a lot of elements that I do love. So I wouldn't necessarily go as high as Cup of Milk. So we're gonna put this into second gen vibes. Moving on to Purple Kiss's Nerdy from their mini album Geeky Land. Okay, I'm nerdy, but I'm not stupid. This is described as an up-tempo song that conveys the powerful message of loving myself and living like myself while showcasing my own individuality no matter what others say. I think whoever wrote this press release broke the fourth wall for a second there. Nevertheless, it was a very interesting release, especially in July, you know, at the peak of these summer releases. We have Purple Kiss coming through with this spooky song. You know what I'm going to say about the lyrics? But other than that, they did feel quite random. I'm nerdy, but I'm not stupid, but I love myself. I'm not opposed to singing along to random shit, but it just felt like it kind of took away from the song a little bit. I love the chorus. It's beautiful. I find myself consistently saying that Purple Kiss have beautiful vocals. It's just those lyrics that are a little bit off-putting. So I think I'm gonna put it into Cup of Milk. We'll see how it pans out, but for now it's Cup of Milk. From their third single album titled We Need Love, StayC brings us Beautiful Monster. This is a pop dance song that compares love to a beautiful monster as it can cause both pain and comfort. Of course, we have acoustic guitars, beautiful, stunning, wonderful, great. It creates this very beautiful, mellow vibe, and we also have an 808 bass, sounds that adds tension to the song. I really enjoyed the song. I particularly thought the whole whispering of StayC Girls It's Going Down was a nice addition. Like, it fits the theme, obviously, but like I could just picture a group not adjusting the theme of their intro, but I don't know. Again, stunning vocals. Absolutely amazing. And just the vocals alone, without even looking into lyrics, without even having to understand anything, paint this picture of longing. Anyways, definitely straight away went onto my playlist. It's a really nice song, so Cup of Milk. We're down to our last two songs, so we have Hyuna's Nabillera from her album of the same name. Based on the teasers, I didn't love it. I didn't think I would love the song. And after hearing it in its entirety, I more or less feel the same way. I just feel like it's quite abrupt and quite minimalistic. And that fits Hyuna perfectly. But just in this case, it wasn't really my thing. Otherwise, I love Hyuna. I love her styling. I love her artistry. I love everything she brings forth. Let's talk about Ateez, my alts, who have come out with their title track Guerilla from their album The World Episode 1. Movement. Basically, Ateez spoiled the song beforehand by releasing this dance performance preview, which I kind of appreciate. It gives me time to let these things simmer. So based on the snippet alone, I thought it started off really strong. I was particularly interested in the lines, "I got it bad." I got it bad. It just made me feel a certain way. It seemed like quite a fast-paced and really intense song all the way up into the chorus where they really cranked up those messy elements, which in my opinion was quite reminiscent of an SM song. Like, if we added the random vocal editing to this, you could have fooled me. So I was conflicted because I'm not a huge fan of the chorus. You know, and though the chorus is followed by Jungkook's amazing vocals, which I think could make me look past the elements that I didn't love, I just wasn't sure where to put it. You know, ultimately, they're my alts. I'm gonna listen to this no matter what, but I did want to place it fairly nevertheless. And actually, I created the tear growing out of shoulder for Ateez when they came out with their song Fireworks. And I think that's the case for this song as well. It's very fitting because I made this for Ateez, so we're gonna lovingly put them into the grower tier. It's gonna end up on my playlist no matter what though. So that is basically it for the review section of this video. Now we're gonna go into my playlist section where we look at my monthly playlist and I tell you the songs I've been listening to, whether or not they came out this month. So where did we end off last month? I'm always so confused. TikTok brought me here. What can I say? So this has an interesting story. I never really knew this song or liked it, but I was watching videos of Nadia Comaneci. By the way, I mentioned in the last video that I'm super into rhythmic gymnastics. But before I got into rhythmic gymnastics, I still am incredibly obsessed with artistic gymnastics. Starting in 1976 with Nadia Comaneci in Montreal, I've been trying to catch up on all the Olympics that I've missed. mostly just the all-around category. But anyway, she's actually my background on my phone. I'll show you guys later because I don't want to stop the screen recording. Her and Bart Connor did a performance to this song, and I don't know, it was just beautiful, and I just love picturing it as I listen to this song. The guitar, beautiful. A classic Ateez song, Say My Name, but the instrumentals are different. It's beautiful. I love it. Killing Me by Chungha, I mentioned earlier that I got super into this song after she released Sparkling. I saw a performance of this on TikTok and I was like, oh my god, relatable. It's so emo. I love it. I don't remember how I came across this song. I really don't. Nicki Minaj's rap in this is so interesting to me because I didn't understand the lyrics at first. I thought she was saying like, do you like my body? And a Nicki. And then rest in peace to Anna Nicole Smith. I was like, that's so random, but like, you know, whatever. But then like I found out the lyrics are Anna Nicki. So Anna Nicole Smith, Anna Nicki Minaj. So it made a lot more sense that way. I still think it was quite random. Rest in peace to Anna Nicole Smith. But I love that part. I don't know why. Anyways, Bomb Bomb by Card. I think it randomly played in a playlist and it's really good. Girls Day Twinkle Twinkle. Beautiful. I love it. I learned the choreography and everything. One of my favorite choreographies, to be honest. It's just so cute. So, interestingly, I don't know, I got into Stromae recently, like really recently, because I kept seeing videos of him being recommended to me on YouTube. So I'm like, oh yeah, I totally remember Stromae. Everyone knows Alors on danse. But I was just looking into his other songs, his other discography, because just as an artist, watching his interviews, I really enjoyed his vibe. He talked really fondly about his wife and like the people that he worked with. He seemed super humble and I really appreciated him as an individual. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna look into his other discography. And he was talking about the music video for this song, Tous les mêmes, and it was really interesting. Anyways, I ended up really liking this song and his most recent song as well, Fils de Joie. There's a lot of, I really vibe with his artistry. But yeah, that is basically it for this video. We're done with the review. We're done with my playlist. So let me know in the comments down below which songs are your favorites and which songs are your least favorite of this month. As for me, I'm gonna get going. I've been recording for 1 hour and 22 minutes. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also subscribe, all that jazz. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It honestly means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye!